In previous video, I mentioned that Qigong is a practice form that is utilize mind to guide energy flow through energy pathway to form circulation. And that is a critical part of understanding for the practice. And it works this way. We know that the first rule of Qigong is where the mind is focused, Qi will gather. Now, when the mind is focusing on a fixed point, certainly that Qi is going to concentrate on that fixed point. But what's going to happen when that focus begins to shift from one point to another? What's going to happen is that Qi is still going to be affected to that mind focus. But in the meantime, it also has to adjust to its movement. It's like a passenger wanted to catch a train, but the train is already in the movement. So in order to catch that train, the passenger had to run along with that movement in order to catch up. If I can give you another example, that mind focus shifting is like moving a magnet from one place to another. And on this pathway, if there's iron sand, then it's going to attract to its movement and move along with it. Or if I can give you another example, that mind focus shifting is like a stream of fluid moving with certain speed. And we know from the physical phenomenon that if a flowing fluid stream comes with a speed, then it will create vacuum effect that attract the fluid or gas along its pathway to join it. Same as the shifting of the mind focusing that will create is following movement from the Qi. And if this shifting is along the energy pathway, and it certainly will carry the flow of Qi along that pathway. Now, this is just the basic concept of this effect. But internally, the mind shifting focusing effect has a lot more complicated and has a lot more effective way to play out. It's just like that. I've been comparing it with the IT world, that it all started with the computers switch on and switch off, two simple steps, and to carry out unlimited combinations to form its functions. But I just wanted to remind you to embed this basic concept of mind focusing effect, that along the practice itself, it also is going to naturally grow this mind focusing power and its skill. And eventually, you will understand it, how wonderful this skill and this power is to be utilized mentally and physically. But all those I mentioned before is all the theoretical part. And this theoretical part is just saying or knowing, but without practice, it still have no any result that can come out. But I just wanted you to keep this theoretical part as a mirror for the future practice, that it can be used to adjust, to find the best pace and strengths that fit individually. And if we're going into the practice part from now on, the simple requirement of practice is this, not really that complicated. Wearing the loose, light clothes. Relieve in the restroom for whatever you need to relieve from. And practice when you physically feel fresh. And the practice place is based to be quiet and clean.